Yes, people, welcome to the show that everyone's been waiting for all day, all week, man. Red previewing the biggest game on the weekend, probably the biggest game of the season so far, Liverpool versus Chelsea. And we've got a show here, analysis Anfield versus Ballers at the Bridge. Wait, is someone Mike?
Someone's on, yeah.
Really?
Alright,
So good.
is that cool?
Fine.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. So analysis at Anfield versus Ballers at the Bridge. The link up for the big game on the weekend, and I'll introduce the people on the show. So introducing my fellow co-host on analysis at Anfield. You see him everywhere. Got his own channel as well. So make sure you subscribe there. Man like Saint, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You get me? I'm here. I'm here for the chats, man. I hope everyone's well. Let's get into it.
My G. And also introducing, the enemy, let's be honest, the enemy, but, he's a cool guy. Maybe we argue a lot on certain things, tennis debates, etc., but he's a cool guy. Man like Timo or Fata, whatever. How you doing, my G?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. And yeah, this is the second time we literally come on the enemy's territory, but I'm looking forward to Saturday as well. I'll be there as well at Anfield, watching it live, and yeah, can't wait to have this discussion as well alongside Mo as well. And don't forget that I think the Carabao Cup, the third round doors might be start soon as well, and transfer news as well. The Zuma deal, the situation, the Kunde as well, and Sound the Gas. Lots of stuff to cover up, but yeah, big up from the Ballers of the Bridge podcast as well.
My G, and also donning the fresh trim as well, like to see, my G. And also introducing, you've seen him on Balls on the Bridge before. Actually, the first time, I think I'm meeting him, first time I'm doing a show with him, actually. Man like Mo, how you doing, Mo?
I'm good, man. I'm good. First of all, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me as well. Saints, likewise, pleasure to meet you as well, brother.
Good, my guy.
I'm quite excited, man. I feel like this is the type of game that I feel like, what the season's all about for us. I'll be very honest. As much as it's about winning, it's sometimes about, who gets to have the final say about, who's actually going to be dominating this season. And the fact that so early on in the season, we're having these types of matches already, I think it's a blessing in disguise because it will let us know where we're at and what we need to fix. So personally, for me, I'm pretty excited for the game. I'm excited for us to discuss a lot of the stuff that obviously that is happening between the clubs as well. I know that there's a certain midfielder that was linked with your club this whole summer transfer window, and he's looking likely to come to Chelsea. So I don't know how you lot are feeling about that, but hey, it's not the first time Chelsea sneaking up at Liverpool.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not the first time. Actually happened with Salah, It happened with Salah in 2014, didn't we? We were in for him, and then Chelsea came in and got him, wasn't it? I'm sure that happened in 2014 when you got Salah. It's kind of the same story.
Chelsea been doing this to everyone, man. Coming in and just taking man's gal like quickly.
What can I say, man?
The work is when they take it from. When they took Torres, bro. I know that was a bit different, but when they took Torres, that broke my heart, man.
But it worked out beautifully, though. It worked out beautifully, man. Do you know what I mean?
We sold them a done, too, by the way, just so you know. Carry on, though.
yeah. I hear you. Well, you never got the Torres that you thought you was getting, and that would do us.
Yeah, we got the good Torres.
Yeah, you got your Champions League in that. You got your Champions League in that, but come on.
We got the successful one in it, the one that won trophies that he actually wanted to win as well.
Oh, you couldn't. His highlight reel at Chelsea was like 5 goals. Like seriously,
we're not going to talk about goals.
His highlight reel is Gary Neville's commentary.
But let's talk about his trophy cabinet though. His trophy cabinet is looking extra nice because of Chelsea as well. So it can go back and forth.
Yeah, but it depends what kind of a man he is though, because like if he's one of them man there, that's just like. I'm just there for the ride, and then yeah, all good. Do you know what I mean? But when he really sits down and deeps how much he was instrumental in all of them trophies, like that. Like, let's be honest, innit? Like, like.
I respect Torres, bruv. He's a double European champion, man.
We're having to tell
Torres is my favorite player of all time. I can't disrespect Torres. He's my favorite of all time.
Well, that's wild, but yeah.
But yeah, I'll start off the preview by I'll start with the away team first. The guests. Well, not really guests because they're link up, but the away team first. Chelsea. I want you guys to. What do you guys think of your start to the season, your transfer window, and your first two games of the season, and how confident do you feel going into the game on Saturday? I'll start with you, Timo.
And
I feel like
yeah.
the start of the season. Yeah, I feel like we've done really well, especially the Arsenal game as well. I feel like the Lukaku addition in our team, kind of significantly huge boost in terms of how we're gonna play as a front three. Because last season we definitely struggling in that front three as well. Because I think most of the strikers scored in less than 10 goals, if I'm not mistaken. But I think what Lukaku have provided last week against Arsenal, that was the striker that we've been crying out loud for nearly about 4 years. We and 5 goals from 2 games as well. All in all, 2 clean sheets for Edouard Mendy. You couldn't ask for a better start to season for Chelsea. And if you look at the first 6 fixtures that we got, especially in August, we got Arsenal last week, then we got you lot on Saturday, then we got Spurs and Man City upcoming next month as well. If we can get that in for the 12 points from 4 matches, that would be a massive start, a great start. It's a dream start for Chelsea if that will happen. But at the moment, Lukaku just still warming up for Saturday as well. I've heard somebody on other channels that Matip gonna pack Lukaku. We'll see about that on Saturday. But I'm confident on Lukaku and Werner and Havertz up front as well.
Yeah, disrespecting my guy. He's got big enough pockets for Lukaku on Saturday. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
You can
here we
put
go.
Werner in there as
Man
well.
like Joel, you
Put him
know.
in as well, yeah.
Jeez, man like
Oh,
Joel,
man
you
like
know.
Joel, James 32, bro. Put respect on his name, innit? But yeah, I'll go to you, Mo, as well. Your thoughts, same question to you, and also thoughts on Lukaku as well. Was he your first choice, and what do you think of his start as well to his first game, basically?
And where do I begin, man? First of all, on the game, I'm excited, man. It's like I said at the beginning. I think this is the type of games that you need as early as possible. I am not like other fans where I'm like, give me an easy fixture so that I can have a bit of momentum and then face the big teams. Sometimes I'd rather start actually with the big teams and see where I'm at, what we need to fix, how we need to actually go about the season. And Liverpool have had a good start. We have had a good start. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I don't think it's going to be a game where, some people are saying, it's going to be a cracking game in terms of goals. There's going to be loads of goals and stuff. I feel quite the opposite. I think it's going to be quite a tight and cagey game. And I think there'll be some tactical, it'll be a very tactical game. And I think for neutrals that are very interested in a tactical game, it's the game to watch. For ones that just want to see goals bonanza, maybe not so much. That's how I really feel about it. As for Lukaku, Lukaku is someone that I'll be very honest, I've wanted so long. He's someone that was supposed to be the successor to Didier Drogba. We didn't, unfortunately, make that happen for loads of different reasons, which I'm not going to try and bore you with. But it eventually has ended up that he has come back to our club. At the end of the day, when I think about Chelsea, Chelsea needed to sign a striker that actually scores goals, a striker that complements what we do at the front, and a striker that is ready to score the goals that we need so badly. Because last year, I'll be very honest with you, defensively, I felt like we were solid. And especially under Tuchel, we were trying to get results, but we struggled in front of goals. We were creating so many chances, but no one to finish it. Lukaku is going to have plenty of chances, and he's going to have plenty of chances to score a lot of goals, and I'm hoping he delivers on that. As for if he was my first choice, I didn't care which player we got, as long as we got a player that scored goals. That's how I really felt about the situation. We needed to address a problem, and we understood that the squad that we currently had couldn't do that by themselves. So for me, the fact that we signed Lukaku, obviously there's an emotional attachment to what I feel like he can achieve, and the fact that obviously it's a very much poetic signing for our club, because we know he has unfinished business with the Premier League, but he wants to prove a point with Chelsea. This has actually been his dream this whole time. He's wanted to play in front of Stamford Bridge. He's wanted to wear those colours. And for whatever reason, it's taken as long as it has. But you know what? I feel like we've gotten the most complete player of Lukaku, and the most complete version of himself is what I mean by that, actually. and I think he's going to do some good stuff for us this year. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait for the game.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I get that, bro. I understand that. And I'll also introduce, fellow Liverpool fan. He's on his channel so many times, Sarcasm podcast, you've seen him with quite a few times. Also on the Love Island recap show as well. Man like Mons, how you doing, bro?
Come on.
First of all, big up everyone in the chat, and thanks for having me on, man. How's everyone in the chat? How you man doing?
Anytime, bro, anytime.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anytime,
waiting for
bro.
man
You're
like
welcome
you, yeah.
anytime, man.
Good stuff. Is my connection a bit
Bro.
slower? Am I behind?
Nah, you seem fine, bro.
Yeah, you seem right. You seem calm.
Okay, cool.
you
Yeah,
seem
it's
alright.
just a little bit delayed. Let me just
Yeah.
jump in and jump back out. I just seem delayed. Let me
Okay.
see something
Alright,
first.
Yeah,
give me
cool,
some-
bro. Cool. Yeah, it's cool, man. But yeah, hear your guys' thoughts on Chelsea, man. I'll go to you, Nick, about Liverpool. What do you think of our start to the season? Because I don't think we've done a show. The last show we did together was just before the season started, I think. So,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on our start, the opening two games for us?
I think they've been good, man. I've obviously, undoubtedly, they've been good because we've come out of it at 6 points. You know what I mean, and no goals conceded. So yeah, it's been good. It's I've enjoyed obviously like seeing man like, hey, come on, this man right here. You see man like this, yeah. See man like Van Dijk, yeah. Big, hey, come on, G. Just seeing him.
Don't forget about this guy as well. Don't forget about this guy.
Obviously, come on. But like now, it's just been nice to see like our 11 doing bits because undoubtedly, like in our 11 is up there, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're untouchable. We're talking about retention and like keeping players fit and injuries. That's when it starts getting a bit techie, and do you know what I mean? We start going into the squad. So it was just nice to just see our team just doing bits. Obviously like man like Mane having a rest, coming back, firing, looking good. He's got more to do in order to kind of, for me to really get on board with him getting back onto his final third prowess. But he looked like old school Mane, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I like the way we're moving. We're quiet. A lot of people don't really have us in the mix there or thereabouts. And I think obviously after this game, I think it will I think it was Father that said that we'll really see where we are. Them ones there with each team. And so yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Bring it on.
Come on, man.
I hear that, bro. Yeah. Mon, to you, bro. Your thoughts on our opening two games of the season, and do you think this team is? Do you have hopes for the title this season that we could win it?
Well, yeah. First, I'll start with obviously the first two games. I mean,
yeah.
I think the most important thing to a title is routine wins. And I don't feel like a lot of the people that were, a few of the teams that were tipped to be challenging, let's say challenging for the title, haven't really done their routine stuff yet. Do you know what I mean? I won't name no names, but they're in a similar colour to this. They don't do their routine wins.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Mons, watch your mouth, kicking off the stream, Watch your mouth,
Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Just even taught, man coming early. Shut that propaganda down. Quick.
The gulag. Welcome to the gulag, man. But no. But as I said, routine wins very, very important. So
yeah,
I don't think we performed at our best for those two wins. I think we performed very well and it was very solid. And I was very impressed with a number of individuals. But we got the points. We haven't conceded a goal. I mean, is that because Virgil's back and because Matip's back? I mean, listen, if the shoe fits in it. So I'm very positive after these first two games. And not a lot of people have actually tipped us to challenge for the league. I've watched all the videos. I've watched all the top four predictions. And I'm seeing Chelsea, Man City, Man U. And people going, yeah, Liverpool, fourth. People doing all this. Like say our first 11's not up there with the best. Yeah, we don't have the squad depth of the Chelsea man them. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea got a brilliant squad. City got a brilliant squad. Man United are building a squad. But man them just forget who's coming back into our team. So to answer your question, and Havertz is a bad boy, by the way. Big up respect to Havertz. He is one of my more likable players. But again, we are definitely in the running to challenge for this title. And if again, I think it's gonna maybe for us depend on more fitness compared to the other 3 teams that I've mentioned, but we are definitely in with a shout. And if people don't want to include us in there, that's fine. We do better. We can do better with or without the pressure. I'm cool with that. But it's a don't disrespect Liverpool and say we're not going to challenge for the title because, as you can see, no goals conceded, 2 games played. Let's take on our first test, man.
We ain't even really got the handbrake off like that. You know what I mean?
Gear 2,
Bro,
gear
I
2, man.
hear that, innit? I hear that, bro. And before I say my opinion on it, I'll just get quickly get through some of the comments. Big up Daniel, who says yeah, Liverpool will win 2-0. Mo Salah and Jota will score. Big up Ryan and all the fans in the show and in the chat. F off Chelsea.
Jeez!
He says Van Dijk and Matip will pocket Lukaku. I hear that still. Big up my guy Eddie as well, who says big up the panel, like and subscribe. People, yeah, people, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Slap a like,
smash
man.
that
Come on.
Share it across your socials as well, people.
Big up
Yeah,
Flawless
man.
as well, man.
Big up Owen
Yeah,
as well, who says Van Dijk gonna pocket Lukaku. Of course, man. Of course. Yeah, man. Big up my guy Finn as well. He says big up my brothers. Big up
Donno.
to you,
Shout
bro.
out Finners.
Shout out
Go on,
Finners,
my
man.
guy.
And yeah, Owen's saying exactly what Monts is saying as well. Respect his pot radar for some bizarre reason. I agree with that still. Some prick in the comments as well saying who was in that pick Saint was holding. Yeah.
Bro, how?
Van Dijk, bro, best
You know,
at the back of the
how
goal,
can you not know, bro? How do you not know, bro?
You know that guy?
Bro, the
that
same.
guy in the-
You know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. Man, like Slabhead has this picture above his bed, rude boy. You know, like that. Like has this picture above his head, and well, you know, I just want to be like you, mate. 80 million. I want to be like you. Shut up, rude boy.
I've
Get
actually
out of it.
I've got Lukaku's jeans and his Timbs in my back cupboard, by the way. You know, because
That's
he's
it,
gonna
Lukaku's
he's gonna.
Timbs.
The funny thing is, he's back
Carry on, carry on.
I've got his Timbs. I've got his. You know the Levi
Actually
jeans he'd be wearing when he
backstage
was
as
at Man U. We got all of them.
Smad. We
Tell
played
him,
each
Prime.
other early
Tell him.
last year as well, man. So I like that. It's like
Early
come
doors,
again. Yeah.
But look, just one more thing though. I do have a lot of respect for Chelsea, and I do feel like they will be probably the favourites over Man City. By the way, if anyone thinks is doing the slagging of Chelsea thing, I have huge respect for Chelsea. I just feel like at Anfield we are a different beast, and I feel like a draw for Chelsea would be better for them. I feel like Chelsea would take a draw if you say, can you have a draw before the game? I feel like Chelsea will take that. That's my opinion.
There's one thing I don't like about Chelsea, but I'll get into it after Ryan finishes what he thinks about. You get me?
Go on.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Also, big up Lewis in the comments as well. He says Matip is getting backstrap courtesy of R9. Nah, man.
Shout out,
Bro,
Lewis,
you
man.
can see R9 on Saturday, bro. You can see R9, bro. Matip's gonna have him in his pocket. Big enough pockets, my G. Big up Prime as well, who says make sure Van Dijk watches his ACL in it. No, he's got the ACL under control now, bro. Came back like he was before, innit?
Is that a comment or is that a
That's
threat?
what
They
he's
come
like
on you,
before,
man,
innit?
man. Relax, man.
These,
You're not better than this.
where are these, man? I thought they would be in here today, all ready for war.
No, madness. So yeah,
You man can talk all you want. You man can talk all you want, but at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words, man. Just talk
Can I
all
ask
you
a
want.
question? Can I ask a question, lads? Yeah, where do you lot think you lot will finish this season?
Top 3 at least.
I agree.
Top 3 at least win the league.
Mo, what did you say? Sorry.
I said we win the league this year.
Okay.
I
You see,
know- I know-
listen, yeah. This is what I'm saying is I don't like a lot of. I
they
didn't
want
like
to
that
think
first
that,
answer. No, I didn't like that first answer because really and truly, I don't like this. Your team is star-studded. They try and do this, like you know them ones there, like we're underdogs, like we might be top 3. Like, bro, you go and slap 100 mil on Lukaku and go and brother, talk with chest, innit? Like I want
I think we win. Honestly, with the title favorites, I think we win the league this year.
Yeah, of course you are. Your title favourites. I want to hear that because they don't want to deal with the pressure. They're on this. You know, like you can't be doing that.
Psychology. That's why. But here we are.
Yeah, but you're trying it. Like, and I'm hip to your shit. That's what I'm saying.
It's called mind game.
You man are title.
It's called playing a
favourites.
poker. It's called playing a poker.
And especially that we know that Harry Kane ain't going City. You man are title. It's on you. know them ones there. Wear it, bruv. Hold it, and it's on you. Like, don't want to hear this. Oh well, no, bro. You're Champions League, European champions, bruv.
I see what you're trying to do, but
I'm not
really.
nah, bruv. I'm not doing nothing. I'm stating facts, bro.
Let me stop you just for a second, okay? Like, realistically speaking, if you look at our squad, I see what you're saying. Like, I get you. But you have to understand, this is not a squad that has shown consistency over the period of 38 games. And we haven't contended for a title in how many years?
It's only been 3 years.
Huh?
It's only been three and a half years, no?
3 years, 4 years.
So it's 16, 17, no? When you don't won the league, right?
It was under Conte, yeah.
Yeah, under Conte, 16, 17. That's not too long ago. Still a lot of the...
It's been 4 years, guys. Like, let me put it this way to you, right? In that 4 years, Liverpool have improved, Man City have improved. We're not going into this title race thinking, you know what, we're just favorites. I said from the start of the year, I said for me, I'm not someone that likes to predict anything before I see at least the first 5 games of the season, because that will let me know what we're working with this year. And generally speaking, right now, if you ask me, I said this to everybody, everyone that was doubting Liverpool, I said to them, you lot are dumb. Because there's one thing I didn't doubt about Liverpool. For me, last year, I looked at them and I predicted, by the way, that a lot of injuries was going to happen to your squad and you were going to suffer. And I was correct in it. But as much as I was correct about it, people need to realize one thing about Liverpool. With all of their injuries, they still finished third, 5 points behind the team that finished second, which was Man United. This is with a team that had no Van Dijk, that had no centre-back partnership.
Had no centre-back.
At one point, you had Fabinho and Henderson playing as centre-backs. It's ridiculous. Like, it should have never happened, but your team dealt with it the way they did. And towards the end of the season, you recovered and you made sure that you finished in that Champions League spot when everyone generally thought it was not going to happen for you guys. So Liverpool, with their starting 11, should not be doubted about whether they're title contenders. They are title contenders. It's not favorites. It's not about who favorites for me. I've never been that kind of guy. For me, it's about who are contenders. This whole favorites thing is what the media darlings like to, talk about and just, hype up because they feel like it. But I don't hype up that. What I will hype up is looking at the squads, looking at the manager, looking at the history of consistency, which teams can be in that spot. Man City and Liverpool, for me, were the 2 teams that I said easiest. Chelsea is next because Thomas Tuchel in the last 6 months, what he's shown me that he's capable of doing the same type of things if we can get the right solutions. The right solution being, can we get a goal scorer? We've gotten our goal scorer. And by the way, we're not done. We're still trying to sign players in this transfer window.
Trust me. That's why I'm like, we
are doing business, but people need to understand it's not about just slapping up money and we're just spending Roman's money. This club has been self-sustaining now for at least 5 years. We've been spending money that we are selling players on. So there's this idea that people think that we're just spending money we don't have. We have the money.
Oh no way.
Go. If you don't believe me, it's so good. If you don't believe me, it's so good.
No, I believe you. I know what Chelsea are on, bro. I know I've seen your loan books. I've seen what you lot are on.
It's not just the loans, bro. It's just sales. Like this year, for example, we've now already made 130 million from sales. So the Lukaku money is like what? Like what are we meant to do? Like, of course we're going to slap that 100 mil because if we wanted the player, that's the only way we could get the player, and we needed to address a problem. The main thing for me is this: Chelsea.
Where did your 130 mil? What's it called? Come from with sales? Obviously, there was Abraham.
Abraham.
So we're already on 98 million on sales right now as it stands.
Yeah.
We've sold since then. We've sold I believe what's his name, Zabacosta for 10 mil, and we are now about to sell Kurt Zuma for about 25 mil or 30 mil, whatever the amount is. Right? Yeah. That will put us up to that amount. The fact of the matter is, we're still going to sign players. This is not even considering the fact that we've made money from being in the Champions League winners, and the fact that we're going to be doing more. We obviously finished one in the top 4. The fact of the matter is, Chelsea has been a self-sustaining club for a while now. And it's not about us just spending money that we don't have. We're spending money. The fact of the matter is, it's whether Liverpool is going to spend money. Because the one problem I see for Liverpool isn't this year.
I just don't, you say that, yeah, and that's the Lukaku. I don't know the books like Mod says, like he knows you, man. But like I don't like when Werner, Havertz, Like
Yeah.
that's like where, bro. It don't
They
seem
didn't
like
spend
it's
any money.
bro.
They didn't spend any
We
money the year
spent no
prior to
money in
that.
the transfer ban,
Yeah,
and we
before
made
that.
140 mil from obviously selling Eden Hazard, plus other players that we sold in that window as well. So we're not spending as much as people think.
I hear that. I hear that. My thing is when it's easy for a lot of man. I know not just media darlings, but it's easy for a lot of man to be like, well, like Man City are winning the league, and that's basically because of their team. You know, them ones there, and then they were even like, well, if they get Kane, that's like, I'm not even. It's not even a thing. It's like who's getting second, and I'm just saying like you man are underplaying. Like I get where you're coming from with the whole foot, but bro, when we hadn't won the league in 30 years, man said, yeah, them man are gonna win it because they, you know, them ones there. So you don't have to see it with chest because, like, I'm looking at it.
I'll
like,
tell you why I don't say it with chest though, because this is the thing. There's this hype that sometimes happens with people where if you spend money, you're guaranteed things. You're guaranteed things once you show consistency and you're able to keep it up. The fact of the matter is, our club hasn't been able to be consistent. We always have a moment.
We've seen if you spend money, but if you spend it on what you need, we've seen Man United spend money on dumb shit. Like you have been getting into ridiculously dangerous positions and seeing man like Werner squander a million chances, and we're all sitting here saying, "I beg you don't get someone who puts half of them chances away," and you go and get Lukaku. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro,
Which is what we needed to do. Like, look, like for me, Chelsea in the last 2 years, I would say to you, we've had brilliant windows. But if you asked me before that, I would cuss the shit out of our windows because you know what we were good at? We were good at getting players, but not understanding what we were getting and getting them to play not to their actual best attributes. That's what we were doing. And the fact of the matter is, every single time we paid the price for it because when they didn't work out or when the pressure got too hard, which it always does, these players crumbled and everyone's calling these players a flop, shit, whatever you want to call them at the end of the day. The fact of the matter is, if you look at our team right now, as it currently stands, it's a young team that is still learning to grow, that is still under development, with a great coach, by the way. I'm not taking anything away from the coach. We are still yet to show a consistency out of 38 games. So to say that we're favorites, for me, sounds dumb. Because unless I have shown you that, you shouldn't be putting that on me just because I spent money.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? If you ask me about
Champions coming back up the Champions, because you've won the Champions League, it's taken your team to a whole new different level. And when you win the Champions League, the amount of momentum that carried you, and your team are winners. That's what happened with us. We won the Champions League, and I knew from then on we'd win the league the next season because we had that pressure off us. We'd won the biggest trophy in club football. Now we knew we were capable of winning big trophies. We're winners now. We can go on and win the league now, and I think. And we carried that momentum on into the next season. And I feel that that's why people think Chelsea are favourites as well. And I'm putting Chelsea as favourites because you did exactly the same thing, essentially. And, you've won the Super Cup like we did, made a good start to the season, good signings. Like, I think that's why people are putting you as favourites. Like, and I don't think... And I think it's valid for people to put you as favourites as well. I perfectly understand why people are doing that.
I'm not saying it's not valid. I agree. Like when you're looking at the players and the business we're doing, I get why people are doing it. But the way I've always looked at it is a team has to show me consistency. What people forget is before Liverpool won the Champions League, when they finished second, they were on 97 points, guys. That's not a team that should have finished second. Any other league, you win the league. But Man City just beat you to it, guys. Like that's what I'm not going to play about. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for anyone. But Liverpool was primed and ready to win those shit because Liverpool was showing the consistency. They just had Man City that were better that year. That's all it was. Chelsea just about scraped to help four guys. Let's not forget that we won Champions League. Don't get me wrong.
Chelsea did show consistency under Tuchel in the second half of the season.
No,
we showed a lot more consistency. But if you look at the league table again, we're not again where we're meant to be. That's the point.
I do remember one or two. I do remember one or two results. I was like, I remember one or two, and I was like,
at the beginning, the draws that we had, and then the end, the two games that we screwed up.
Pretty much. This is what I'm saying.
And a lot of that games you were supposed to screw up as well. They were
a lot of that. Werner was just missing a bag of chances, bro. Like I just don't see that.
I have to be honest with you. Loads of chances last season.
Loads, bro.
Especially the misses that he's had.
Guilt edge. Like,
do you know what the thing is about Werner as well? That's right, go.
Go
No,
on,
go on,
go
go
on,
on.
Mons.
No, I was gonna say Lukaku scores an eighth of those goals, which he will. Like it's you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it was just they hadn't put
Goal
Havertz
tally
as that
increased
false nine. They only
significantly,
did
yeah.
that. They only did that Havertz thing because Werner was such a shake. Like you know what I'm saying? Like.
But the thing is with Werner, I noticed as well, as dangerous as he is, and I feel like most defenders actually hate playing against Werner, most backlines in general, because of what he does. The only problem about what he's doing at Chelsea, he's making easier chances harder.
Yeah.
Like these aren't like they're not difficult chances, but his first touch will make it a difficult chance, and then make it, and then because it's a difficult chance. Now that he's gone near post and missed the goal, he's missed the target, or maybe he's forced to save from a shot that maybe he should have just taken it inwards and then just slotted it. This is the problem with Werner. I don't even think it's his finishing so much; it's his approach to the chance
But
before he even gets to the finishing.
Do you know what's a sheg now though? And this is what I'm not going to. I want to be very open with you, and I'm very worried about it. Is I know Werner ain't that prolific guy. I saw him in Germany. Like that last season was he would you know what I mean? Was more out of the norm than anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he misses a lot and he's not that type of guy. It wasn't like when they came to Chelsea, it was like, oh my god, you suddenly like that's more what he's generally like. It's the running, bro. The spaces, bro. Defenders don't like it.
You can't hack
and
that.
that's what
You can't
and that's
hack
what
that.
makes it more that's what makes it more
scary,
bro, that's what makes it more of a
scary.
shake because of the chances he's missing, because of the spaces he's getting himself into are so mad. It's like, and now you've taken the responsibility off of him to do that, but carry on opening spaces. So you're getting a man, so you're drawing bare defenders and shegging them, and you're having a beast like Lukaku just there. It is worrying because I'm not worried about Werner finishing. I'm worried about the space he's going to create for Lukaku. You know, them ones there, and the thing is, and him manipulating that. And mate,
that's why I say most defenders, like as I said, you give him a list of all the strikers in the league, all the forward players. I guarantee you, every one of them is going to have one in the conversation as to, do you not want to play against them? That's what Timo Werner, of course, because let's be honest. If Timo Werner has his shooting boots on, he's up there with the best, no doubt.
Last season, I think he would last season. Yeah, but the problem is, last season, how many times we play low blocks, and Timo Werner struggles a lot against low blocks.
And even with, but the thing is though, but again, I saw a lot of criticism from all sorts of fans, not just Chelsea fans, but there's a lot of criticism on Kai Havertz, and I feel like with Kai Havertz, he's probably one of the most intelligent players you have in terms of forward players. Very intelligent. He reminds me sort of like, you know how Bobby Firmino doesn't really get many goals, but Firmino's a very intelligent footballer. Away from his maybe
it's the one touch,
everything, the link up. Like his decision making, weight of pass, all that little intricate stuff, and even long range and his sprayers. For me, Havertz is very complete in that sense. He's very complete, and I feel like he's gonna help anyone that plays around him. For me, I think as well, that's another watch. Havertz is a worry for me. If he plays, if he does play, big worry for me.
Let me also say this. I think people forget when it comes to Chelsea, like a lot of people are very quick to jump on and say, you know, like, oh, this player is not doing that good, sell this place, do this, do that. And it's just like, guys, if that's how we operate for the rest of, like, you know, Chelsea's life, we're going to miss out on so many talented players because we're not taking the time to just figure out what works best. The thing is, a team is as good as how it best complements itself. Liverpool is a team that I look at, and all I saw is it's not that they had to always be dominant in position. It's even when they didn't have the ball. In fact, you could say at one point they were more dangerous when they didn't have the ball, which sounds nuts when you say that.
It's not nuts, you know. It's actually not.
But it sounds nuts. If you say this to people that don't watch football, you say to them, this team is dangerous when they don't have the ball, they're going to be like, what the hell? What do you mean? But the fact I'm saying this is actually really, really like, I wish I could explain to people. People need to understand when you give a manager time, when you give the manager that is actually understanding of what he's trying to do with a team and understands the different individuals he has and finds a system and a way that they can complement each other well, you're going to get a team that can then be very difficult to beat. It's why when Thomas Tuchel came in, the first words out of his mouth, well, I'm going to make this team a team that's very difficult to play against. Bro, it took 5 games. Teams were struggling to score against us. That was one of the easiest things to do against us. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, let me see what else he adds onto the game. Started finding little things here. Jorginho back to hhis best form. This N'Golo Kante literally on fire. Like I'm like, if you're doing this, with a team that was laying in 9th place when you picked them up. Imagine what you could do with them in a whole full season with preseason on top of that, and then maybe even a little bit of trinkle of adding the signings that you would like. Imagine just doing that. My guy said against Arsenal, he gave Lukaku no instructions. He just said, I wanted to see him go test drive, and then we'll talk about what we want to do with him after. I'm like, yo, I've not seen a manager that's this confident.
That's
like,
hard. That's
what
bad. I like that.
the fuck is
I like
going
that.
on? Like, that excites.
He has got charisma, man, and I like him. No, I do. It does. It's,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I like
I'm not
him
gonna
too.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. It is worrying. All the bravado aside, it is worrying. Like the like you said, the fact that you've had a preseason, his ability to now implement tactics on what is a very kind of meaty squad with, do you know what I mean? You've got nice components there, man. You've got a nice looking team. And I've already said probably what I fear the most is that Werner Lukaku link up, and how if it works and when they start to know, and do you know what I mean? Because like I said, he just weren't banging, bro, but he was still a tricky customer. And so now he's got someone like, you're like, bro, you don't have to worry about banging, bro. You know, like that, and
Facts.
no one can't tell me that Lukaku isn't one of the most intelligent poachers, do you know what I mean, around the box. So it's going to be techie. Flipping that back to
penalty
you.
box attack is dangerous still.
100%.
Yeah, trust me. What flipping that back to you? What would you say you're quote unquote maybe worried about in this game
Against
do you know
Liverpool,
what I mean?
yeah? Easy, bro. Mo Salah is a problem, guys, and Trent Arnold is the other guy that I would say. This is the thing. It's like when you look at Liverpool for me is not a team I will always just say one individual. It's the ones in behind that worry me the most. Mo Salah is someone that I just think don't give him chances to shoot. When this guy shoots, more often than not, it ends in the back of the net. People don't realize this, and if they don't, I don't know why. But the fact of the matter is you can't also underestimate what Trent Arnold does for that team, because I was watching him against Burnley and this guy was just spraying passes as usual, like they were nothing, bro. Right through the team, over to the other side, him running all the way to this side. Like even the assist he gave to, who was it? I can't remember. Was it? I'm trying to remember.
Tamane when he flipped.
Tamane. Yeah.
Oh, it's the ease in which he does something that I'm like, you have to worry about a player like this. And it's the fact that Liverpool are doing that while still being compromised. There was no Fabinho. There was no Robertson. And I'm like, they were playing like that against Burnley. And okay, it's just Burnley. I get it. But this is also just the second game of the season. Teams are not really like that primed that quickly. For me, a team can show me how good they are when, you know what, shit's not really going that well just yet, or you're not primed yet, or you're compromised in some way. What you do then in getting results will determine how well you can be. Because when a team gains momentum and is full of confidence, usually they'll go into a game, they will flip and walk that game with ease.
Yeah.
But it's the games when they're not actually on form yet, the games where they are compromised by some players not being available, how well can they do their job? And you lot have scored, 6 goals, conceded none so far. To me, that looks like Liverpool that is not to be underestimated. Your defense is looking good. Matip and Van Dijk playing together. God knows when is the last time I've ever seen that. But hey, I'm excited to see what we can do against it, because generally speaking, from a physical standpoint of view, I'm like, yo, you lot will be ready
Chelsea
for it.
been drawn out of the cup. Carabao
again?
Cup draw. Chelsea had just been drawn out. Chelsea
who are we
against. Number 2 is Aston Villa at home. Chelsea.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's all right.
It is what it is. We're good.
We
with that,
still
to be
not.
fair.
Oh,
We still not been drawn out.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon Villa will go over the first team, and you lot will go over the second team. That though, I don't think Villa will put out youngsters for that.
Mind you, Chelsea's second team is dangerous as well. You know.
But,
Yeah,
extremely. That's what I mean. Like, it's still. I still think Villa will
Tricky.
get touched. Villa will get touched. They'll get touched.
And if Thiago's
Oh yeah,
available,
Chelsea will win definitely.
that's
What
another guy, Thiago.
because I think what we try to remember that we got the Club World Cup in December, so I'm not really sure that we're gonna sacrifice.
We got
this
Norwich
cup,
away again.
We're not
We
going to
got Norwich away.
So
Well,
that's calm.
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool,
That's calm.
Norwich versus Liverpool.
Power Roads. Yeah, I want 5 minimum.
I said I won't.
I want 5.
Yeah, I want 5.
Man,
I
doing
want
like
five.
a food order,
They
bro.
hold corn on a regular, bro.
Like,
Not even
I-
once.
Take-
Nah,
take
we
me
want
back.
to play you lot in the Halloween though. I can't lie. After Halloween or before Halloween, I'll play
Man
Euro.
United West Ham. That's a good one right there. I like that.
What? Who?
Man United West Ham. Daniel just posted
Yeah,
that.
that was the first one.
I love West Ham. You know,
Oh.
I know it's like
That's
something about West Ham. The job that
Arsenal
David
being
Moyes is
drawn
doing with
now.
them. Oh,
Antonio's
I can't
wavy.
believe
That's
it.
why.
wavy what West Ham are doing, man.
Can't believe
We've
it.
got-
I can't
gotta
believe
take
that.
that.
It'll be
So
interesting.
what we saying? Score predictions, lads. What we saying?
Are we going straight to score predictions?
Oh
Like
no, we
that.
want to get to before that. What you say? Let me know.
What before? What are your guys? I'll go through what your preferred starting 11s are and what you. I'll go to Timo first. What is your preferred starting 11, and what do you think Tuchel will go for in the game as well?
I think he's going to go to back three again, same old 3-4-3 formation. So Mendy keeps in goals because he got 2 clean sheets, and you got Rudiger as the last centre back. Now this is a bit interesting as well. Should I go with Christensen or Thiago Silva? Personally, I would still stick with Andres Christensen because I think Thiago Silva hasn't got that
Danish
preseason.
Maldini.
Yeah, Danish Maldini himself, you know.
You know.
And I'm still skeptical about Aspie or Chalobah to start because Chalobah for the past couple of games, he's
Looks
been
all right,
good.
boy. Hey, he
all
looks
right,
all
innit?
right, boy. I'm not gonna lie.
But in this game
He
alone, I would
looked good.
start
Yeah, he
Aspie.
looked good.
I would start Aspie, and then you can have Shim as a right wing back. Then you can have Jorginho and Kante in the middle. I'm still 50-50 on Chilwell and Alonso, but I think Thomas Tuchel going to put Marcos Alonso. And since we're going
You
to play
think?
a high... Yeah, Alonso.
You have to
Okay.
dominate the game.
I think
today,
I think what Thomas Tuchel trying to do, he tried to ease Chilwell in. He hasn't got that preseason yet, like Mason Mount.
Yeah.
So he trying to ease Chilwell in as well. And up front, I've got Werner, maybe Mason Mount or Havertz up, but my preferable probably Mason Mount and then Lukaku up front.
So I got a question quickly
Yeah, I
before
heard
we
that.
do. I got a
Go
quick
on.
question just before we
Go
move.
Go.
We see Zuma and Christensen. Like I think before, obviously, maybe the end of last season and maybe the Euros as well. Would you have kept Zuma and got rid of Christensen before his turn of form? Like how would you guys have seen that as a Chelsea fan base?
You want more?
Because I always
I'll let you go first, Mo. Yeah.
Wait,
Good question, though.
Yeah.
So ask that question again, Mons.
Sorry. So you see with Kurt Zuma how he's looking to be offloaded basically.
Yeah.
Before Christensen had this, almost 360 form, you could say just prior to Tuchel's arrival. I always thought that Zuma was the superior defender. I actually held him quite high regard. Obviously, he was more injury prone, but he's a bit more mobile. He's quicker. He's stronger. He's bigger, and Christian was probably better on the ball. But how do you guys feel about, as I said, Christensen being now he's kind of taken on that mantle and he's moved forward, and Zuma's been quite stagnant? Because wasn't Zuma more the higher regarded defender? Like, what's your lot's take on that? And who would you prefer?
So
Maybe
it's
in the long, yeah.
It's a weird one because I love both players, and I think for me it's always been very dependent on the formation that we play. When we play with three centre backs, for me it was always an easy choice. Christensen was always going to be the one that I choose to do that. He's more comfortable. He's much more positionally aware. He's comfortable on the ball. He knows how to distribute, and he just looks much more confident and comfortable. And Zuma is someone that I felt always is much more comfortable and much more dominant when he's playing with just the normal four at the back and at Chelsea. And when he plays at three centre backs, I don't know what it is, but it's like this lack of judgment. And what ends up happening is he either makes mistake on the ball or he's caught out of position. And more times than not, he can be the guy to recover and make that tackle. But it worries you that the guy always ends up in that position where he has to do that recovery in the first place, in my eyes. So I love both players, but if someone asked me right now, it's an easy pick to be with Christensen. And I also think Zuma deserves more first-team football, if I'm honest with you. And I do feel like with Tuchel, he will suffer with first-team football, especially if we sign Koundé. I just don't see him getting in this team at all, if I'm honest. Because even if Thiago leaves, I can see Christensen fitting in that middle of the three centre-backs. And Koundé will be going on the right if we end up signing him, and left will be obviously Rudiger. But Chalobah is also comfortable in going for either one of those two positions. You have Aspie that's still probably going to be given another extra year at the club. So it's a strange one because I wish Zuma had a place in this squad, but it's more from an emotional attachment rather than one
Yeah.
where I say, you know what, he deserves to be here based on performances and what he brings to the table. I think compatibility is now where the issue lies, and I generally don't think he's compatible with Chelsea anymore. That's all it really is.
Yeah. I think the problem with Zuma, if I may add to that, is that second season under Frank Lampard, it was Thiago Silva who getting the best out of Zuma. He looked really well playing in the back four alongside Thiago Silva. And with Tuchel, you can see the difference is that Tuchel changed the system into back three, especially against West Bromwich Albion. He looks so much exposed on that left hand side. So I think if you want to compare those two, I think Christensen is a much better player in the back three. But Zuma overall, I think is a much better in a back four formation. So it all depends the system that where he suits at.
Okay, yeah, I hear it. I just feel like Azuma, for me, like there was just a time where he looked to be the next big. No, I don't even want to say next big thing. I feel like that's used too much. The attributes he was showing,
Yeah.
and physical and almost on the ball, he was getting better on the ball at one point. Prior to that knee injury that he got, when he had the awkward landing, he looked really like he was looking really really good. And I don't think it was even spoke about enough. To be fair, you know. So I do feel like it's very unfortunate on his behalf. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the game changing is what's not helping him, if I'm honest, because when you look at these top teams now, more often than not, they're asked to play from the back, and it's not us being asked to play from the back on a limited basis. It's being asked to play like more often than not. Like you will be the type of guy that initiates those moves from the back and how the team actually ends up breaking the team down. And if you make a mistake, it's straight to your goal. So it's like, I wish I could say this is something he could improve at, but he's at that age where I think he's now become the type of player he actually is meant to be, and he's just not compatible with us. But there are plenty of clubs that I think would suit him absolutely fantastically. West Ham would suit him fine.
Spurs
could suit him absolutely fine. Like you could list so many top clubs that would still benefit from a player like him. But again, it all comes down to one thing: is if they play from the back, can he be relied on 100%? That's where the doubt lies with him.
Yeah. No, good answer. Good answer, man. We'll go. Yeah.
Can we go into?
I get that, yo.
Go on, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry. I'll just go. Obviously, Mo and Timo have just stated their lineups for Chelsea. I'll go to Mons first on what your preferred lineup is for Liverpool and what you think Klopp will go for as well on Saturday.
My preferred lineup. Okay. Let me go Klopp's one first. I feel like it's quite easy, to be honest. So I'm gonna go obviously Ali in goal, Virg and Matip as the two defenders, two CBs. Trent right back. We'll go Tsimikas left back. I don't think Robbo's anywhere near match fit, and if he is anywhere near match fit,
he was on the bench the other day. I was quite surprised by that.
Yeah, but you see these boys in blue, they're not the one. No, you're not the one. They're not the one. So we'll let Robbo bake over there for now. So I feel like Fabinho's should be back by this weekend. I don't think I said Brazilians are very family orientated, but I feel like he should be back. He probably will be. So I'm gonna go with Fabinho in the 6. We're gonna go on the pivot Hendo, and on the left side of the pivot, I do think Klopp is gonna go with Ox. I don't feel like he's going to go with Naby because his recovery off the ball is too slow.
Thiago,
and I think Thiago will probably come off the bench, maybe for fitness issues. And obviously, Ellie, I think, is a bit too young. So I feel like he will go with Ox. Across the front three for me, obviously Mo on the right, Mane on the left. Now, and in the middle, people might disagree with me. Bobby has to play. I love what Jota's doing with my club, but I love what Diogo's doing for my club. But he's not offering enough off the ball, and he's not offering enough in transition. He's pressing well and he's winning the ball up high, but Bobby can do both of those things. But we against Chelsea, if you do not have transition, if you don't have flow in transition, we will suffer. We will suffer. And just like Mo said, we are very dangerous off the ball and winning the ball high up the pitch. I've seen us win the ball high up the pitch too many times, and Diogo Jota make the wrong decision on the ball. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'd rather him be on the end of those chances, not in transition in football. It can't happen for me. So in terms of intelligence and transition, has to be Bobby in between playing that false nine and connecting up the play from the midfield to the attack. So yeah, that's my preferred 11. Sorry, that's Klopp's 11. As I said, preferably, I'd actually go Van Dijk and Konate. Even though he hasn't played a minute in the league, I feel like, again, when it comes to Lukaku, you got to go big and bad. Big, bad, and nasty. And I feel like Konate is, again,
Is this
same
guy
size
not
as...
capable this weekend?
He's definitely capable. I think he's capable. But I feel like if Werner and Lukaku plays, I feel like in terms of speed, remember, Van Dijk has lost a bit of a yard. I can see it. It's paining me to say it, but there's a little... That recovery run he's still got it, but I feel like he's a little bit slower. So for Werner and Lukaku, if they both play, I feel like I need Konate coming in like a truck. And just, do you know what I mean? You've seen Konate's recovery runs in Germany, and you've seen it in pre-season off that ball when he makes a mistake, or you probably, hopefully, not making a mistake. But if that ball does go over the top, so if Van Dijk gets dragged, I need Konate covering. So that would be me, my preference. Obviously, I'll go Trent and Tsimikas as the wing backs. No difference there. Fabinho in the 6, Hendo and Thiago for me. That's what my midfield would be, and then Mo, Bobby, and Sadio on the left. That'd be my preferred 11.
Yeah, good shout.
I talk for ages there.
Good shout. What would you do exactly the same, Nick?
Nah, I think a little differently. I'm not gonna lie. I would go. Obviously, Alisson speaks for himself. I would go Trent. I just think that I do agree with what Mons is saying, but I just feel like Chelsea first game at Anfield is just a bit much. Do you know what I mean? And at a time where we don't need to do that, we've actually got like sufficient cover. Like Verge and Matip they're the dons, innit? I also would counter the fact that I think he's lost a bit of pace. I don't think he has. I think this guy's a Rolls Royce. I don't even think anyone even knows what his top speed is. Have we ever really seen man bust a sweat like Chase man down?
Bro, man saw him pace out at the Traore.
Man gets there in like 5 steps and he's there. Like we just seen his acceleration. We've never seen him flat out. Let's be honest. We have never seen Verge flat out.
Boys, Norwich got him behind about 2-3 times with the over the top, and so did Burnley. He didn't look. I'm sorry, I saw it.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think he's lost his pace, bro. Man's just come back from an ACL. You know, like I just feel like there's a thing where it's like, he's a human being. You're thinking, man don't want to have to get into 5th gear and bust the thing again. You know, like that. Like, for Burnley. I definitely feel like, listen, he's still got time. This is like the first competitive. Remember that was the first 90 minutes, innit? You remember that? That was the first 90 minutes, bro. So like shit like that, like I feel like he's a Rolls Royce of an athlete. Like, and I personally don't think that he's lost. I just think it's gonna take a little bit of time for him to get back to what we know him to be. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I'd still feel more comfortable with him and Matip in the centre. Like I said, I just don't want that pressure on Konate right now. Just let him learn and do his thing. We've got time. This is a marathon. I don't know, like, just because he's a Scottish G, bruv, you know, like that, and he's talking like, man's getting ready to come back for the Chelsea game, like, he knows what he knows what it is. Like, I'm saying, and I don't know, like, I'm conflicted, because it is a bit like, I wouldn't be upset if Tsimikas' day has been doing well, really well, but at the same time, it's Robbo, G, you know, like that, like, and he's talking all this big talk. He's talking with him like, bro, I've been working for this game, you know, like that, like. So I'm like, boy, like, I'm gonna leave that one. I'll be either or in it. Like, if he puts Robbo in, I'm calm. If Tsimikas plays, he's been doing his thing. So you know what I mean. Like, I'll leave that either or. I'm good. Fab, I'm come on. I agree with Mons. I'm gonna go Hendo. I'm gonna go this guy that's flashing that you can see right now because he's a Don. So big Thiago. And then obviously Mane on the left. I'm gonna disagree. I agree with what he's saying in terms of transition. There are times when I'm like Jota, but his off the ball runs are mad. Like, and sometimes he just don't get found. Like his off the ball runs are kind of crazy. And I do like the fact that Bobby is coming off as an impact player. I like that. Like, I feel like that is more the role I kind of want to see Bobby play, to be very honest with you. Coming off the bench, giving man a whole different problem. Like, a whole different problem. Like,
Don't let Cal hear that. Don't let Cal hear
Yeah,
that.
I know. Take it. So, yeah, but Drifter can get away with saying that, and it's calm. Like, allow me, bro. No, but I like. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless we get that real number 9 shower face Don, and then can move him into that 10 or whatever. Like, I like the fact that, do you know what I mean? He comes on. I would like to see him on. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm cool. And don't get it. And Jota has impact. It's the thing. Jota's not just there. Jota's scoring. He has impact. You know, them ones there. So I would like Jota to start, and then I'd like Bobby to come on, and then obviously my guy Salah. So yeah, that's me.
I got quick question though. Say
We got my guy.
is because it's at Anfield. What do you reckon? All 4 of them could spin them. Do you reckon Bobby could be feeding them?
We can't go
and
with
then
all
you
four.
and then just on a Hendo Fabinho thing to lock up the midfield. That's not what I would go for.
In this
Is
game.
that possible against the
I
Chelsea
don't
side?
think this.
No.
Yeah, I was just about to say not against this Chelsea side, but like not when they've got like their midfield with like.
We have
if
to
they try
put
to
respect on Chelsea still.
if they got Kovacic and Jorginho in there, and then like they're putting up Matt.
Nah,
this ain't the one. I don't think this is the one. To
it's
be
not
very
the
honest
one
with
for
you.
that.
I personally don't think.
We have to put respect on Chelsea still. We can't go for
It's not a disrespect to play. It's not a disrespect.
No. I hear that. I hear what you're saying. To be very honest with you, but
it's more of a different approach. Maybe
but I
catch
don't.
them off.
I hear where you're going as well.
I never liked it when we start 4-2-3-1 though.
Do you know what it is? It's because of our
I think
wide.
we're shit when we play 4-2-3-1.
We are because we don't really play to those strengths.
I think it's better against a low block 4-2-3-1.
But these men ain't going to be a low block.
No, of course
he's not going to come to play. That's why I'm like, I don't
they
think
won't be
so.
a
I
low
think
block,
we just let them man. We let them man
course
run off
not.
the wings. Do you know what I mean? Because now Mane is like showing Mane, like let them have a run at them, open them, and then do you know what I mean? Have Trent overlap.
For me, it's a target Marcus Alonso thing, because if you can nullify Alonso getting forward, I feel like he is susceptible going back. I don't feel I think he's better if he's getting forward, it's an issue. It's a big issue. But you stop that, you target. I think he's the one to target. That's me, though, innit?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say my preferred 11. So I'd go 4-3-3. Obviously, I'll listen. Trent right back. I think Robertson will play, and if Robertson's fit and ready to play, as much as Tsimikas has done very well last 2 games, I think you've got to start Robbo, especially if Robbo's fit and available, you've got to start him for me.
You think Reece James is going to spin?
I'd go Van Dijk and Matip. Nah, I think Robertson. I think he'll be fine, man. I think. He didn't come on against Burnley. I don't think he came up.
I was saying if Tsimikas plays.
Nah, man, Tsimikas is cold, man. It's not even. That's why I was a bit like.
I've got no problems if Tsimikas plays.
No.
I would just rather Robbo. If Robbo's fit, I'd just rather the better player play. Do you get what I mean? I'm kind of like that. If he's fit and available to start, and remember, Klopp will only start him if he's 100% ready to go. Klopp never goes on who's 100% fit. He's not 100% fit. Sorry. So, Robertson, if he's 100% fit to start, then Klopp will start him, and I'd be happy with that personally.
I hear it.
Van Dijk, Matip at the back. Matip. For me, he's so underrated, man. I still think Van Dijk and Matip is our strongest partnership when they're fit.
Yeah,
I think those two are class together. Those two won us Champions League. People forget those two won us Champions League. Went to buy Allianz Arena and pocketed Lewandowski. Kept a clean sheet at home to Barcelona. Like, these guys have done bits together before, and bro, Matip. I love Matip so much. He's so underrated, man. So he's been solid in the first 2 games. So he doesn't deserve to be dropped. And like you said, Konate, as long as Van Dijk and Matip there, Konate can just hold up bench to me, like, as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't change back 2 that has kept 2 clean sheets in a row for me and has looked solid. So I think those 2 have got to play. Midfield, go Fabinho, Thiago, just our strongest midfield. I don't want to be Ox, Cater, these guys in it. Harvey Elliott's too young for this game to start in midfield for this game, in my opinion. So he shouldn't play in this game. And the front three, I'd go Salah, Mane, and I would go Firmino. I've been saying, even though Jota's got 2 in 2, I get it with Mount being good in those 2 games in terms of his overall performance. Like he's not, like when he's not scored, it's kind of been like playing with 10 men in a way. Like, and for me, in this game, you can't have that. You need, he'll better link up play. He'll provide the platform to transition. He'll press more. Like for me, Bobby's got to play in this game, even if he might not score. Bobby's got to play, and Jota's a good sub to bring on as well. We don't have a lot of squad as well, and a great bench to bring on if we need to go. But Jota's a good option for that. And Chelsea have a lot of those options as well. So I think Jota would be good from the bench. So yeah, I'd start Bobby, man. And yeah, I mean Bobby made a good impact against Norwich, and I get Nick what you said about him being an impact sub, but for me, man, I think we just got to play him for the start, especially against Chelsea, man. Like, yeah, man. But I actually wanted to get your opinion on Harvey Elliott, because obviously I was at the game the other day and I came out and a lot of people saying, oh, amazing performance from Harvey Elliott, 9, 10 out of masterclass, man of the match and all this. I personally thought he was okay. Like, I didn't think he was anything amazing. I didn't think he... I thought he was just okay, bro.
I've got a few, what'd you say? What's the saying? Rush of blood to the head. A few moments on the ball when he had it. But in terms of comfortability,
I feel like talking about him like he was on a madness.
He can come off the bench and affect this.
He's a good option to bring off the bench.
100%.
Well, that's where my problem lies, isn't it? That's where my problem lies. Is if our wing cover is, we should be treating Harvey Elliott like we treated Curtis Jones. Do you know what I mean? And right now, if our wing cover is Harvey Elliott, I'm I'm not impressed, bro. I'm not impressed. And comes like January, we're gonna start getting touched.
Why not though? Why do you think that?
Because he's not ready. He's not ready to be the understudy to either.
He's not ready yet.
He's not ready, bro. He should be treated like Curtis Jones was. Like, there's talent. He is talented, and I like I said in that match, I actually thought he done all right. But that's with like a caveat of his age,
he's not the understudy.
To be honest, can I ask something here? I have no idea. Last week, after you lot win against Burnley, some of you lot say, "Oh, Harvey Elliott better than Mason Mount." It's only for one game, for God's sake.
Hey. We do not stand.
No, that was one guy, innit?
Listen, we know who that was. And shout out Rams, innit?
We know who that was.
We know who that was.
Rams comes out with like Sabitzer's better than Sound Niguez and all types of madnesses. So like we don't co-sign what Rams says, innit? Like, you're gonna have to go back to that.
Yeah.
But no, like
but he's not the understudy.
You gotta remember,
Jota's the understudy though. Jota's the understudy. Well,
on one side.
Yeah, but like, okay, I was about to say you're not going to lose both your wins.
But
listen, after last
season, for the right
touch wood now, brother. Touch it right now.
Right there. But I'm saying,
yeah.
But Jota's going to come in for any of the front three because he can fit in on the left or up top or, in that false nine. Yeah. But I feel like Harvey Elliott will come in.
Brother, we lose 2 Africans, bro. Not one. We lose 2 Africans. Both wingers. But we lose both of them. Both of them get on a plane and go AFCON.
I don't think it's a massive issue though. I don't think it's a big issue. I feel like Harvey Elliott can come in for 2 games. They missed 2 games, bro. Harvey Elliott can come in for 1 game. Jota can come in for the other. Worst case scenario, Origi is still there. Play the guy. He's not on. Everyone just thinks Origi lost his talent like the Monsters in Space Jam, bro. Like, bro, Origi can still play ball. He's not crap.
Not Origi, bro.
Yeah, but he can still play
done,
ball.
Man.
I think we get rid of Origi this summer.
That's fine.
You reckon?
But he's not going.
I don't get why
he's not going.
Here, man.
He's not. Is Origi playing? Are you playing Elliott or are you playing Origi?
I play Origi. Not on the wing, though.
Elliott, bro.
I don't like Origi on the wing. I play Elliott. I'm not gonna lie.
So when Salah go
harsh,
Africa,
man.
so when Salah and Mane go Africa, you're telling me you go you don't play Origi. You don't play Origi.
I'll play Origi. I just don't play him on the wing. I'll play Origi. I just wouldn't play him on the wing. I don't like Origi on the wing. I
Bro,
don't
I'm
like him
playing
on the wing.
Jota,
I like
Firmino,
him
Elliott.
in. I
That's
like
what
him.
I'm
Even
saying.
even if he plays up top, he's drifting out
I
to
like
that
it.
wing. You know how he
That's
plays.
why. That's what I'm saying.
Allow,
That's what
allow
annoys me.
Origi,
That's what
bro. He's a
annoys
last minute merchant, man. Come on. He's a
Nah,
last
I
minute
like
merchant.
Origi, but bro, he's done out here. Origi's man.
He's done in terms of the
He
club.
don't
but
contribute anything now.
just because a player doesn't contribute, I'm tired of thinking that he's got no talent. Like, do you know what I mean? Because the man's not playing that. Like,
No,
brother
no, no,
can't
no.
He's
act.
got
Listen,
ability,
that's the way
bro,
it
but
is.
he's-
just like Zuma, just like Mo said about Zuma, and rattled off a bunch of what's it called, clubs that he would perfectly fit. Do not get it twisted. Origi will go to any one of a Villa, a Southampton, a West Ham,
Arsenal.
Arsenal. He would lay down. Don't get it twisted. Like he just is
He
a
just
bit
got called a last
outdated.
minute merchant.
He's just a bit outdated,
though.
bro. Like he's I'm
last
telling
minute
you, like
merchant.
he slapped in the last goal that got us biggies. Like we've been doing this thing. Like trust me, Origi was no passenger in that. Origi was no passenger in. Like trust me. Like I'm telling you, he's a leg man. He probably would suit those teams. I would probably say he would suit those teams better than Zuma would suit those teams.
But and another thing, he's a gunman. As he's still a gunman. I don't care when he's still a gunman.
He's a good finisher.
If he played in the front two,
A conventional one.
Yeah, because
A conventional one.
Yeah. No. If Salah Mane had to go in Africa and they missed 2 games, I'm saying he slapped 2 up front. It doesn't have to be a front 3. He can play in a front 2, and he's better in a front 2. I remember what this guy was
I actually think
with Sturridge, with all these men when he was very much younger. What he was on in a front 2. The guy's a gunman, but obviously, again, there's no place for him in our team, unfortunately.
Probably.
It's exactly like Mo said. It's exactly like Mo said with the Zuma situation. It's a personal thing, but there is just no place for like one thing. You just have to like try and you know what I mean, move a man on. Guys, I got a person dip. The stream don't have to. I got to dip quickly. So quickly, can we just go to like predict the scores and see what we said?
Big up, saying.
Now come on, but yeah, predict the scores. Let's swing it around.
Predictions, bro. I'll go 2-0.
2-0.
I'd go 2-0.
Cleany. I want to see your fantasy team. I want to see your fantasy team.
Van Dijk in game 32 at goal game past that.
I say 2-1. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Mo. He said that it's not going to be a high score. It's going to be cagey. I think it's going to be that type of game still.
Yeah.
1-0 Liverpool. Bobby Firmino goal.
Jeez. Wow. Man said I'm going to predict the scorer as well. Mad. Okay.
Jeez, trust me.
I said 2-0 Chelsea. Werner Lukaku.
Say nothing.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm saying 2-1 Chelsea, man. I think we'll be able to get the points there, but it'll be a flipping hard ass game, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm there in it.
Anfield, you might be giving that dance.
Imagine you drive up. Whoa.
No, hold on a second. Let me take a quick picture and send it to the random. Hey guys, love, man.
All right, big up Saint, man. Big up Saint,
man. Make sure you subscribe to Saint LFC TV, people.
Please do.
My guy.
Big up, my guy.
Love. Safe,
bro.
Take care, my guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's
so
gonna be. Okay, man.
You look, you're gonna dance at Anfield. You think you're gonna dance our dance?
I think we both going to Anfield on Saturday.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think you lot are gonna.
There, man.
You don't think you're gonna dance us at Anfield? You're gonna get a dub at Anfield.
We're gonna get a dub.
Dub.
That's what I feel like.
Nah,
I'm not saying we're whooping your ass. So I'm not saying some wild things. You know what I mean? But I do feel like it's going to be one of those tight games. I cannot see us not score. I feel like we will score for sure, but I don't also see us not conceding in this game. I think your transition is something that is your biggest strength, and if you get your transitions correct against us, you could definitely score. So I respect Liverpool enough to say they'll definitely score. So I'm going to stick with my result. I'll say 2-1 Chelsea, maybe 1-1. Who knows? But I'm trying to be confident only for one reason, because I'm like, I feel like if you go with Matip and Van Dijk, I'll be more confident. Not because
to win.
Yeah, because I generally do feel like from a speed perspective, if we play Werner, that's going to cause you guys a lot of problems, especially if Trent decides to go up. So it's that I'm
Thank
saying
you.
from a tactical point of view, like I just generally
Thank
feel like
you.
it's something we can expose.
But Mo, I
But
said
again,
that, right?
yeah, yeah, you did.
I said that if, but
You
people
said
want to
it.
say, "Oh, it's crazy for
No,
saying
no,
it," you
it's
know.
not crazy, bro. I generally think that's actually a thing, bro. Like, but in the same way with us, is what you do on that side where Reece James plays, because Reece James is going to push up, and I do think he needs to push up because if we can keep Robertson back and trick Trent Arnold into going forward, that could work really in our favor. Because limiting Robertson for me, he's just a flipping hard work, man. I hate the guy for how hard working he is, because defensively and attacking wise, he's so good. And I wish we had a player like him. And I feel like Chilwell will turn out to be like that for us. But the guy just needs to adapt to this role that we've given him now. So we'll see.
Right, when we do a combined 11, we know not to argue on Robertson, innit? At least that's what
I'm
we
not going to
get
argue with
through.
you, lot.
But
Trust me, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm not. We're not going to argue with about
Not on that
Robertson or
side.
Chilwell.
Definitely not. To be honest, we're not going to argue on fullbacks. Let's put it out.
That's crazy because
actually, quick one.
in the
What are your
Arsenal
thoughts on Ben
go on.
Chilwell? Because sorry, it has always interested me with Chelsea fans. It seems quite mixed with Chilwell's. You know, it's a bit. I don't get
Honestly,
the exact kind of perception from Chelsea fans on Chilwell.
bro,
I prefer Alonso, man.
I'm
I think
upset
Alonso.
that Alonso's playing. Let me put it that way to you. I'm upset because the guy is not a good footballer. He's a good scorer, but anything else besides that for me just doesn't work, bro. He's not someone that I enjoy watching. He's not someone that takes on plays. He's not someone that literally gets past plays in the way in which I'm hoping. And besides scoring, bro, he offers nothing of what I like. Generally speaking, I feel like Chilwell is meant to be the guy that starts, but because of this change in this formation that we've had, it plays more against what he's good at, because he's having to do certain jobs in a different way. He's not all the way sat back as he's meant to as a fullback, and he's supposed to be in an area where he needs to be defensively solid, but at the same time be available to go and do the attack. So what tends to happen is defensively he becomes solid, but attacking wise he's not there when he's meant to be there. So it's a weird one for Chilwell. I think it's just about compatibility and getting used to us. But when he does, I think he will definitely do numbers for us. So he's someone that, generally speaking, I'm just being patient with, because I do think he's better than Alonso as a footballer. So there's no two questions about it. For me, he has to take over that position. But right now, as things stand, Alonso is on form. So I'm gonna say that even though I don't want to, he's probably gonna start, but I don't want him to start. That's just how I feel.
I hear it.
Yeah, I'm worried when he done free kicks away. I'm scared because Alonso, one thing about him is he's good from free kicks, isn't he? Like, he has got a good whip on
he
him
is,
still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got a
that
wonder
still.
left foot, man. I
Oh,
feel like the thing
his
is
left foot beautiful, man.
on another thing with Alonso, like I don't know, I'm more in preference of Alonso. I think as good as Chilwell can be, and let's not forget Chilwell got a whippers as well. Chilwell got a
He
wicked
does.
left
He
foot.
does, yeah.
Not as good as
And,
Alonso,
yeah,
though.
not as good as Alonso, no. But like he's got the ability. It's not like he's not really there going forward. Chilwell's there, innit? But I feel like for me, Chilwell gives me like Cresswell vibes at times. You know what I mean? When he's not really, because again, like what Mo said, I feel like he doesn't quite understand his role at Chelsea yet at this moment in time. It's just about understanding his role. I think with Marcos Alonso, it's very clear the man struggles in a back four, but he looks class in a back five or a back three, and he plays left wing back. Do you know what I mean? The guy is a left wing back. He is a fixated left wing back. I think that's now obvious. And he, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying you have to push Alonso back to that left back position and expose that.
Yeah.
Unless if it's going the other way, it's problems. So, as I said, I'm more of a fan of Alonso. I feel like Chilwell just needs to understand his role a little bit better.
It comes down to preference, isn't it? Like, when it comes to these types of plays, the first job I want them doing well is the defensive side of the game. And Alonso is someone that scares the shit out of me. I don't know when he's going to make a mistake. I don't know when he's going to be too lazy to get back. I don't know when he's going to feel like, oh, I'm just going to make a silly ass tackle and put myself in a yellow card now. I can't do the things. It's almost like with him, there's a compromise the team has to make. Much less so under Tuchel. But in the past, that's what we had to deal with. There was a massive compromise for what he was doing for us. Right now, it's less so only because of the manager, but I don't feel like against good teams, it works in our favor, to the point that I feel like sometimes I see him being played because of the height. When you look at our team, we're not the tallest, we're not the most physical. So he tends to play because he offers those two departments a lot better than what Chilwell does. So it becomes just a bit of a problem at the end of the day. I do wish, if anything, like I wish we had the chance to just see Chilwell play at fullback under Tuchel in a 4 at the back. Maybe then he'd be more trusting of his skill set. But because he's only seen him under this formation and how unfamiliar he is with it and uncomfortable he can be with it, Thomas Tuchel doesn't take no shit, bro. If you're not doing what he's asking you to do, you're not starting. It's simple as to him.
No, I hear that. At least you lot don't
Yeah, I
argue
heard
the fullback thing. I got Arsenal fans telling me Tierney's better than Robertson all the time, so it's like.
Oh, Dean,
So
no.
I'll listen to them.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, man. Yeah, they'll get gassed because they won 6-0 away to West Brom today, innit?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
put it in the
man.
group chat.
So last thing we'll do is a 11. You know, I think I've heard people in the comments say they, combined 11. They want to combine 11. So, let's do that then. So formation wise, we going 4-3-3. Everyone good with that, or
Well, we're good.
Yeah, we'd do that.
Yeah.
you good with 4-3-3? All right, cool. So goalkeeper.
Allison.
Yeah, Allison.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah.
What
I
are
like
we based
Mendy, but I
on?
do
Are
really
we
like
based on
Mendy.
this season as well?
We'll
just- You
shall we
can't do
put,
based on it's only 2
fit
games
players
in, really.
as well before-
I'm basing it off form, but I do generally feel like Allison's the better goalkeeper too. So those are the two
I
things
think-
taken.
Just do a mixture of both form and just who you think's better.
Yeah, because
anyway,
we're 2
at
games
the
in,
end of
innit?
the
Do
day.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit. I think just do the better player overall, in my opinion. Who we think's just better?
I think we can still take
You
form into consideration. We
Form
can
is-
take it into
Yeah,
consideration.
of course.
Yeah, in the last year.
But
I'll go
also,
Mendy, I
shall we
can't
do
lie.
shall we do just fit players? Because obviously Thiago Silva
Yeah.
would get in, but is he fit for the game on Saturday?
I think not really, because
Not
I feel
match
like I think he's not that 100 match fit yet. No, he'll
Okay.
probably get
Could you
rested.
see him being in the squad? Maybe.
Maybe on the bench. On the bench, maybe.
on the bench.
If
Yeah.
he's on the bench, then we'll put him in for this combined 11. I think as much as I love Matic, Thiago Silva's got to be in there still. For me, Van Dijk and Thiago Silva are the 2 best centre backs in
Yeah,
the league.
same. You're gonna have those two.
I don't agree with that.
And
but
that,
I guess I'm beating on vote, but I don't agree.
well, go on, Box. You might as well say it now. Go on.
No, like as much as I rate Thiago Silva and his intelligence and stuff, I feel like his legs are gone, and without a mobile centre back next to him, I don't feel like he's gonna look as good as he is. So I don't feel like he deserves, especially second best defender in the league. Crazy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
He's second
That's
best. Nah, I think he's top 2.
Second.
I think he's top
Second
2.
best defender in the league. That's crazy. That's wild.
Who else is better than him, though?
Who's the
Huh?
second?
Yeah, but who else is better than him?
Diaz is better than him. I think Diaz is better than him.
I think Thiago Silva's better than Diaz still.
Better
Wow.
than Diaz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
he is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
What do
second
you
best
guys
defender
think
in the
Thiago
league.
Silva and Diaz?
In the league.
I think Van Dijk's better than Thiago Silva, and then you get into like your Diaz and
No,
these
first,
guys.
first,
But
I
for
don't
me,
even think he's better than Varane.
I think he's better than
Think about
Varane as
Varane.
well, you know. I think he's better.
He's
Thiago
not
Silva's
better
a
than
leader
Varane.
as well, man. That's
He's
the thing. He's a
not.
leader, man.
Boy,
I think
boy.
you're
Thiago
like
Silva's
the age thing. I think that's obviously clouding like a lot of what you think of him. But
It's not. I've watched him closely, man. I have watched him closely, and I know what he brings. But second best defender in the league is wild to me. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I can shoot me.
That's
He
fair.
ain't attack me. I just.
that's fair. That's fair, bro.
And that's
I'm
not to say I don't rate him, and I don't think he's like top 5 or top 10. He's up there, but top 2 in the league after how little we've seen of him.
man.
Wild to me.
okay.
Wild. Sorry.
Fair
What
enough.
position
But
next?
yeah, I think centre backs has got to be Van Dijk and Thiago Silva. To be honest, I don't
I'll
think
take
it
that.
can really
I'll
be
take the
anyone else.
output. I'll take the output. Yeah.
Yeah. Left back, we already said Robertson. Right back, this is an interesting one.
Trent.
Right back.
His strength.
Would you still? I'm still going Trent. Would you?
I'm still trying as well.
It's
I
Mon-
don't know.
oh. Yeah, so he just left me on his own to fight against you two at the moment. Fuck's sake. Yeah, don't worry, man. But are we going Trent right back then?
Yeah.
He's
I'll
back
put Trent
anyway. Yo, Timo, what are you saying about right back?
I
He
say
said
Trent
Trent as well.
at the moment. Trent, man. At the moment, yeah.
He wants to say RJ. He wants
I
to say
was
it.
no.
Really wants
No,
to.
honestly, if you look at the overall player, I think Trent's much better than Reece James at the moment.
First.
overall play. But on form, Reece James could.
That's
as a
fair enough.
close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
We don't need to
Midfield,
debate left
Kante's
back.
got
We
to be
don't
in
need-
there.
I think
Yeah.
Fabinho, Kante, we got two DMs. Fabinho, Kante.
Hell
I
no.
can't.
Yeah,
The
Fabinho
disrespect on
and Kante would be
Jorginho, you
wavy
know.
still.
Mo,
This is
tell him
where-
Mo.
What you got,
But then,
Jorginho?
but I think Fabinho and Kante would be wavy still.
This is far too defensive for my liking.
So yeah, but I think
The two
when
best,
when you two best CDMs
they're
is Kante
probably
and
the two
Fabinho,
best
no?
midfielders.
They are out of all the maybe defensive midfielders in the two squads. You could even say in the league.
Right
It's
now,
Fabinho and Kante.
right now, as things stand, based on form, I would put Jorginho in that team.
I'll
Then
do
we
as
got then
well.
we got
It's hard
three.
to argue
Then
against
there's
Jorginho
three. Then
for
you're
what
there.
he's done. To be fair,
Save
it's
it for
hard-
Agenda FC.
It's
Jorginho,
hard. It's
Fabinho,
hard to have. That is too defensive. You can't have Jorginho, Fabinho, and Kante. But I feel like Fabinho has to be in the midfield. I'm not even. about to
Jorginho is a
critique-
ball progressor. He's a ball progressor.
Yeah.
well, Kante's in. Kante's has to be in.
Kante's in. I'm not
I
going to
think
argue.
Kante's in there. Yeah.
But
I
Jorginho,
think
Yeah,
Fabinho-
Kante has to be in.
I think it's criminal not having Fabinho in there though, to compensate for what Jorginho's done in the last season, and then forget what Fabinho's done and the player he is, and the fact that you guys spoke about our recovery to go and finish third. That was Fabinho.
That was
that-
Fabinho.
that-
I'll give you. Yeah, that
also,
was
let's
Fabinho.
not forget this Jorginho that we're talking about. Champions League run down to him, and Euros. He was a big part in that Italy team. So we're not
He
going to
was a big
forget
part,
what he's
yeah,
also
yeah.
accomplished, man. He's accomplished big things, and the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, in the last year, I can't deny it, bro. The guy has shown a whole other level of himself, and I'm hoping he carries this into the season, and I think he will, bro.
But better than Fabinho, who also went and done the Champions
Wow.
League and the league.
So this is where I'm.
Wallace is saying,
You're going to speak to
No,
others.
forget
You're gonna speak to
midfield
others,
balance.
I'm
In
gonna
terms
say-
of ability and form at the moment, this is probably the best midfield.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a killing midfield. The only issue we have
it's
with
too
that,
defensive.
yeah, it's not an attacking player.
It's like
Yeah, you need to put Mason Mount in there as well.
No, see,
You
I
need
would.
to-
That is probably the three best midfields that it should be. To be fair,
do you go 4-2-3-1 and just go two DMs then?
You can do that, yeah.
well, and then
If you do-
Fabinho,
if we do-
Kante, and then maybe Mount as the number 10 or something.
See, I love Mount, but like to me, it's too soon to be putting him in like these types of things just yet. I can't.
What about Havertz?
That's who I'm.
I'd
thinking.
rather Salah, Havertz, and Mane.
That's what I was gonna say. Havertz is my false nine. Bad boy.
Yeah.
That's
They're not probably going to have
I
Lukaku.
agree.
I was good. Wait. So if we played with two DMs, then yes, you can have Havertz play behind Lukaku or whatever.
Mhm.
You could technically do it like that as well.
That's
And
what I
then
was
you
thinking.
have Mane and Salah on the sides. That
Yeah.
would be good, to be fair. Flipping
But
it
who
like
would
Yeah,
your-
I think
who would
Mane
your
and
DMs
Salah
be?
take the wings.
Would your DMs be Fabinho, Kante, or would you go Jorginho? I know you don't want to. I feel like Jorginho, and you can't ignore what he's done, but I feel like Fabinho can't be.
You know
ignored.
what? I
think
don't.
he's-
Balls do not agree on anything, but I actually agree with him on this. To leave any of those three midfielders out to me is criminal.
this is why I can't disagree with what he's saying. Like those three, to be honest, should be in there.
They all have to be in there. Those
Let's
three.
forget
100%.
it being too defensive.
So,
and stuff, innit?
So do you just take out? Do you
Let's
take out
forget
Lukaku
about
or Havertz?
midfield balance and this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forget about. Let's go for the best players. Those three are the best midfielders.
They
to
are.
win
I can't deny
at the
that.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we
And
just take. Are we taking our?
So
Havertz
that's
then?
our three in midfield. So three up front then.
Ah,
Mane,
So
Salah,
what-
Lukaku.
It's Mane, Salah, Lukaku. I'm probably
Yeah.
guessing.
yeah, that would be it.
There we
Yeah.
go. I don't even like Lukaku, but he's got to go in it.
Mm. You can't ignore Lukaku.
No,
Third
no.
best striker in the world for me.
There's a
No
question on
question.
Mane or Havertz, though, to be fair.
Is there?
I don't know. I think Havertz much better.
Because they both
all-round
had.
player than-
But they both had questionable seasons. I just feel like Havertz turned it around very. Havertz had that shot up. Do you know what I mean?
In the
Havertz had
end, by the end, yeah.
Yeah, at the very end. But in terms even Mane had a terrible season, 11 goals, 7 assists domestically. Just in the league. And that's in a terrible season. Mane was awful last year. I can't stress how bad he was.
Trust me,
He was shit last year. Yeah.
So
You're
super
you're not calling him out to be gone last season, were you?
No,
You're
not
happy
me.
with it.
I
No.
mean, not me, but I was just. He was playing against us. Let's just put it that way. He was playing against us.
No, there were times he was playing. It was very bad for Mane at times. It really was. It was bad.
To be fair,
But I think
yeah, go on.
But I think
Big
when
up,
you
Slade.
base it over on the last few years, seasons, as an overall player, I think Mane does have to be in there. And Salah obviously has to be then. Even though I'm not his biggest fan and I still got doubts about him in some ways, Lukaku has to go up front as well. That's the thing. So the front three should be Mane, Salah, Lukaku, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
with you.
disagree.
I think as a right winger, you can't like unless Havertz is playing in the middle. It's not a slapping on the right. Sorry, on the left. Sorry, especially because he's left-footed as well, even though he uses both feet.
Yeah, Havertz, like when he's playing in any formation, I think when you give him freedom to roam, he does his best work.
Yeah, false nine thing.
Yeah,
Trust me.
he literally does damage, honest damage, man. The guy is destined like to do some madness, man. I can't wait.
He just reminds me of like that. You know that 17-18 Firmino when he was really doing the transition properly.
Yeah,
That's the
Oh,
vibe.
Firmino,
I get.
yeah, that season a bit
Back,
short, man.
like 17-18. Yeah.
yeah, man. It's you know what's exciting? It's like as much as like people obviously are gonna have their loyalties to their own clubs. Like let's be frankly honest, this is an exciting Premier League season. It's gonna be mad. I don't really know where it's gonna go. As long as it doesn't go to Man United, the three teams I'm interested in this are the
Big up
ones.
Saeed as well in the comments. Big up Saeed.
Yeah,
he says
big
big
up
up
Saeed,
Sarcasm.
man.
I
Big
can't.
up
You know what I
you, bro.
can't handle? I'm only winning this. Only winning this. I can't handle it, man. Oh, Saeed.
He's
oh, my
not. Yeah,
bad.
Ollie's not winning it, man. Ollie's not winning it.
Yeah,
do
big
you
him
really
up.
think
Though, big him
Ollie's
up.
finishing above? Do you really think Ollie's finishing above Klopp, Pep, and Tuchel all in the same season? No chance, man.
He's not on their level.
No
Let's be
chance,
frankly honest, man.
He's playing Jadon Sancho on the right with Wan-Bissaka and Fred to his left. Please,
Bro,
please.
All I want to know is one thing: what the hell has Donny van de Beek done to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Because wow,
Bro,
man,
He's in the basement. He's staying in that basement.
Bro.
He ain't coming out of the basement.
He
man brought on
locked
Jesse
him
Lingard before.
No, respect Jesse Lingard though. Lingard.
No, I like Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard's good, but come on, man. This is a guy who they were considering sending out on loan, and like he's just had COVID the week before, like, and he said
He
Donny
should
van
have
der Beek's gonna get more game
They
time. But
brought on McTominay before him as well, though, no?
oh yeah, I mean McTominay's just dead, man. He's shit, man. He's shit. But yeah, C1 London. This was the combined 11 that we have picked. So Alisson in goal, Trent right back, Van Dijk and Thiago Silva centre backs, Robertson left back, midfield three of Jorginho, Fabinho, Kante, and front three of Mane, Lukaku, Salah. I can't argue against any of that. I think that's
that's a brilliant team.
combined 11.
That's a bad boy team.
It's a very good team.
good ass team, man.
Do
Very
you
good
do you even need an attacking minded midfielder when you got them three up top?
Not really. Like, yeah, not really.
And you got the fullbacks pushing on as well.
Yeah,
That can be your creative outlet.
Yeah.
that's actually very good.
You got VVD pinging the 50-yard balls to Mane and Salah.
And
Bro,
Lukaku,
there's
Lukaku's
definitely ways
just
of
holding
creativity
you.
in that team.
you got Lukaku just holding you like this, and you can't even move through his arm. Like Lukaku holds you, he'll run with you, and he'll hold
Bro,
you while
I
he's
was
running.
ready for him to carry Pablo Mari last week Sunday. Man was just ready to carry him at this point. I'm like,
Literally.
fucking hell, I've never seen so much bullying in my life. It looked bad.
That
And
was
you know
illegal.
what? Rob Holding, yeah, man, my guy Rob Holding sees the madness go down and he says to him, no, you're doing this well, bro. Keep going. Man just goes back, you know. I've never seen someone do teamwork like that, bro. Man said, I don't want none of this. You deal with this guy, bro. I'm not touching him at all.
That is funny, man.
Oh my days, bro. I can't wait, man. It'll be good, man. I love going to Anfield, I'll be honest, guys, man. Hopefully they don't throw a flipping what are they called? Flares.
Players.
Nah, that YNW anthem, man. Kind of like flipping out. Can't wait for Saturday, innit?
It's gonna
We'll
be a
see,
good
man.
game,
It's gonna be a good game. But it's been a brilliant stream, by the way.
It'll be a good game, man. It'll be a
It's
good
gonna be a
game.
stream, man.
Hopefully it won't be the boring one, please. So.
Defo smashed the
Yeah.
like. Whoever
But yeah, I think
anyone
we'll-
hasn't smashed the like.
Yeah. But I think we'll close out the show there, people. It's been a good one still. Big up all of you in the comments. Big up everyone who on the panel, you know, Mons, Mo, Timo, and also Nick, who had to jump off a bit ago. Yeah, been a great stream, man. Going to be a great game. We'll probably do a recap show for this next week sometime, after the game, maybe like Monday or something, and that'll be good. I think we'll be on there as well, hopefully. Unfortunately, I had to miss today because he was too busy. So, man, quickly scoreline predictions again, the game on Saturday. I know we said it before, but just remind everyone what your
I said
predictions are. I'll go to you first, Mon.
Oh,
You said 2-1, Mo. 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Mons,
I said 1-0. 1-0.
Yeah, what do you say, Timo, bro? 1-0 Liverpool.
I said 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0.
Yeah.
And then you keep clean sheet.
Mm-hmm.
You think
I
you
said in
do?
the
Fair
chat.
enough. I as well. To be fair,
I said in the
can
chat.
see like a Salah. I can see like a Salah 1-0 at half time, and I don't know. Chelsea kind of come on to us a bit around 60 minutes, and we catch you guys in transition. Maybe like we bring Jota on and we catch you. Oh no, actually Mane's second on the break still, and we kind of see the game out from there. Like I put it this way, I think whoever scores the first goal, if there is a goal, I think whoever scores the first goal, I think wins the game. I don't think a team comes back from behind in this game. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
2 kg. 2 kg.
Because both teams are very solid defensively, so there's not going to be a lot of goals in this still.
One question: would you guys be upset with a draw?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I would. Because we're at home. I think it would be good to send a statement out early that we mean business. And because we're at home, I feel like if it was at the Bridge, I'd say, yeah, I'd be happy with a draw. But because it's at home, I feel like we should... I'd be disappointed if we didn't win, to be fair.
I wouldn't be happy with a draw. But like I said, the way Mo worded
it's not the end of the world.
He said, would you not be upset with a draw? I wouldn't be upset with a draw. But I wouldn't be happy with a draw. It's kind of like next on to the next.
I don't
game.
know if I'd be upset. I'd be underwhelmed. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like because Chelsea, I feel like other teams are going to drop those points against us or Chelsea in other fixtures throughout the season. So us dropping each other points, I don't think will have a crazy ripple effect on the league.
No, and it's also me thinking about obviously the 6 fixtures that we had at the start. Besides Crystal Palace, they weren't necessarily the easiest of fixtures because we've got you guys. After that, I believe we've got Villa.
You got City coming up as well, no?
Yeah, we've got Spurs City as well still to go after that. So just those 6 fixtures, you're like, damn, I said at the start of the season, if we can get 15 points out of this, I'm not going to be complaining about it. I'll be like, that's actually a pretty good start. We'll take it. So that's without me thinking about a draw. That was just me saying, okay, worst case scenario, we lose 1 game. I can deal with that type of thing.
Right, yeah. No, I hear it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard that still. So, yeah, I think we'll close out the show there, people. Big views in the comments as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share it across your socials and join the membership as well. The link can be found under the description. And this has been the Analysis at Anfield show versus Balls at the Bridge, a preview show on Sarcasm City TV. Thanks for tuning in, people.